Okay. It's been a while, and I am back, and I can see that there was a patch for stone shards while I was gone. So, from the looks of it, they added in the arcane tree, and I've been waiting for a new magic line, so
here I am.
we're gonna check this out.
I need to get back to
And we're gonna play good old Jonah, because we already did Leonis in a previous playthrough. And we could try Mahar. But I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I did a little mini playthrough of him, didn't I? Yeah, we did him. Didn't we? Pretty sure we did. I can't remember. It's been a while since we've made some videos. But I'm feeling like a classic Jonah now. How did they change him with the trait thing they did when they added these characters in? Grants 6 power of the corresponding school and 7.5 miracle potency for each unique sorcery treaty in the inventory. So if he's carrying books, okay, if he's carrying all 4 books of that school, then he gets a bonus to power and miracle potency. Oh, and he starts with Arcanists. I think. Looks like he does. Grants negative 1% firepower, backfire chance for each sorcery treaty read for the first time. Okay, cool. Reading a complete set of 4 treaties grants a 2% miracle chance. Cool. Grants 1% experience gain up to 15 for each learnt sorcery ability. Okay, so we're gonna try.
Interesting. So here we're in.
Yeah, we've heard all this before.
You can also ask the inn.
Take a look at the map real quick. Okay, looks like they haven't changed the layout of the opening for the most part. Got a slightly different spawn than what I'm used to. I'm usually used to the dungeon, one of the dungeons spawning right around here. Also, this dungeon spawned a little bit more north. Interesting. This is a bit of a different layout, I think. Because these are our 3 dungeons here, I think. Unless Pilgrim's Rest is one of the unique locations. I can't remember, it's been a while. Okay, so we got Jonah's decent magic stuff. It would be nice to find the witch's cabin early. I miss when you used to give a ring. Okay, so let's look at this arcane tree. I did read some of the patches a little when they were kind of spoiling some of this stuff, but I didn't look too much into it. So what are we gonna want to do with arcane? Deals arcane. Wormhole So this is about like repositioning from the looks of it. And it's got like additional negative conditions on things. Interesting. Okay, they have a defensive spell similar to the Geomancy line. Except this one does... No, it does damage taken. That's decent. Oh, it's good against projectiles, so archers. Arcane damage to them. Okay, so this is more of a defensive spell for like a backline-ish styled character. Neat. Okay, I'm gonna guess that you use Wormhole as the... because it does look like it does more damage. It's on a longer cooldown, but this one does minuscule damage at the beginning. We might want to save. How close would we? What was it? 7 points? Yeah, that might take some time. I think we might want to also invest in one of these things. Dealing arcane damage with strike shots and spells grants 2% accuracy, 2% fumble chance, -2 backfire chance and crit chance, and 2% miracle chance. Teleporting grants +1 range to arcane spells for 4 turns. Interesting. How many points do we get? We get another one. We're gonna get a second level pretty quick. Let's grab this other spell. Move some stuff around on my bars. Move basic skills. I'll put that in there. Put the crafting thing here. Don't think we're gonna work too much on skinning. Okay. Back in Orsbrook. I feel like the darkness blur is different around the edge of the screen. Yeah. Could have sworn that you could see to the edges of the screen a bit better. Interesting. Does this... Yeah, I think this is a new effect that he put in. That's nice. Okay, let's see here. I want to go to the town's guard and grab something from them. Should we get a ranged weapon? I don't think so. I think we're just going to go pure magic. So I think we'll just grab a two-hander to sell. 'Cause I think he's just going to give me an equivalent staff if I take one. Let's just take the sword. And we'll sell that. for some little bit of early game cash. I would love to grab an early crowbar, but I'll hold off on that for now. See if we can upgrade some of our early equipment. Because we got decent stuff here, but we could use a belt. I don't know if that's worth spending the 20 on. We got a decent casting helmet. Was kind of hoping for better boots. Okay. Oh, looks like I'm getting a couple drop frames there. Okay, looks like my streaming has equalized. Okay, we're gonna pick up the beginning quest from you. Okay. So we'll do a little bit of scouting and then we're gonna go grab the required things. It's been a while. Where are the herbs again? Fleetwood, Argamone, and Spearmint. Well, you can get the oops. Don't want to do any early beast fighting. That could be quite dangerous. You can get the one plant usually right here. There we go. Sometimes, if you're lucky, Spearmint can spawn on the outside. Lentils are always worth grabbing. Easy access to food. Wonder if you put any more recipes in the game. I'm assuming this update has come with a bunch of new stuff. It looked like it came there. We got lucky. Get Spearmint on the outside of the map. Looked like he added in a bunch of more, or at least from the name of the thing, and some of the things I saw on the patch page. He added in a bunch of more creatures. I'm gonna assume that he added in some additional stuff as well. Alright. Give me medical supplies. Okay. I got a bandage. I could use another splint. But I think I'll just make do with what I got right now. We're gonna go down and explore this to get the free XP. And we're gonna be looking for the cart on the road, which is a early quest that you can complete. Gives you a chunk of change. I think you get a bottle of liquor from the guy you handed into. And he gives you some pocket change, and I can't remember what else, but there is also stuff around the caravan that you can pick up. And I believe that that is the spot for the caravan. This fight can be deadly if you don't approach it correctly. So we're gonna be careful coming down. As long as you tackle it at range. The bandits usually are the lowest tier bandits. that you can encounter. Usually just one-handed bandits wielding the weaker of early game equipment. Because this is meant to be a starter quest for new people. But if you let them surround you, they can quickly beat up on you. So we're going to just take our time. I'm used to the carriage spawning closer to the right side of the map. Is it on the left side of the map? Oh, it is. Interesting. Okay, so we got the two-handed club bandit, which can be deadly if you let him beat on you, but he is one of the easier of the two-handed types. So it looks like we got two of them. Now let's see how this works. Okay, neat. Interesting. Okay, this works. This is interesting to say the very least. And I probably need this archer to do some work for me. How do we approach this? Probably just gonna have to keep. Okay. Archer got some chip. Sounds like the music's a little higher than I normally have it. Let's just drop it down a bit. As much as I appreciate this excellent combat music. How damaged? I'm gonna at 40. You know what? We got heroism. I think we just smack him with our two-handed staff there. This archer's really being a pain. Okay. Don't want to get a crippling injury on my head. Can I? Interesting. Okay, the archer's actually chasing me now. Okay, we're kind of low. And if I recall, you don't heal in combat, so we're going to have to be tricky. Tricky. Okay, let's do a little switcheroo. I could very much die if I get a bad backfire on myself. How low have I gotten this other guy? Okay, he's almost dead. we go. We got a little heal from Second Wind. I wonder if I switch myself with someone. Okay, so this it doesn't harm the caster. Okay, but it didn't harm him either. Alright. We're just gonna have to beat him down. He's using a one-hander, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, let's fix myself up. Actually, let's apply this to the wound so it heals a bit better. I'll patch up these body parts. There we go. Okay. Where's the guy that died up here? Because he dropped some money. Don't think we care about the gambling dice, so we'll just leave that there. Okay. We need nails and rope. All of this is worth taking. We can read and then drop this on the ground because we don't need to carry it with us. Okay, we'll hit the thirst on the way back. And we have a drink pouch in the bag. I wonder if I can poke over here just to get the free XP before we head back. Is this one of the dungeons? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. So I didn't get one spawning over here? That's interesting. Okay, that's the lone farmstead. We can also go up and grab that too. A bucket. That is definitely worth grabbing because that's one of the things you need for the caravan upgrade. Nails are useful for caravan upgrade stuff as well. Okay, we get a free copper chain for the early game. That's not bad. Hay, I believe, can be broken down into fodder for a higher yield than converting other plants. Another bucket. Not bad. Another bucket. Well, that's a lot of buckets. But I think you need 2, possibly 3 of them for the caravan upgrades. I think I might just poke my head in here and see if there's any quick bookshelves. This... Yeah, we're not going to want to fight anything. It doesn't look like we can get into the dungeon without aggroing anything, because that stuff's just slightly higher level than we are at the moment. Not to say I couldn't take it on, but considering how rough those early game bandits were, I think we're going to want to get at least 3 levels, if not 4, before we tackle that dungeon. And we're pretty close to our next level, yeah. If we hit combat on the way over to the farmstead, we'll probably level up. If not, the farmstead will probably give us the level we're looking for. Okay, my hunger is getting low. We need to keep our eyes peeled for reagents for food. Just specifically more lentils and I can grab some hemp to make rope. We're looking for, what was it, leeks? Yeah, leeks. Okay, that's the question mark for the Lonely Farmstead. I'm getting a little... You can usually tell when there are enemies on the map because it's harder to move around because the enemies are doing things on it. Like there's a little bit of slowdown when you click. Especially now that they've made movement much faster than it used to be. Okay. Do we have the reagent to make rope? Or the recipe, sorry. No. Okay. There's the level. Okay, we're gonna be just pumping everything into willpower, I believe. Or at least up until a certain point. We might want to get some perception at some point. But I think we'll just start off with willpower, because willpower is always good. And then we will grab the third passive in the Arcanist tree. That will give us some extra... Jeez, more buckets. An early game pot would be so good. Let's see what's inside. Hopefully I don't have the same problem that I've had in... I think it was the last playthrough I played. Where I... and an early game bowl's really good too. Okay. Okay, we opened it. Nice. Not a problem. You need that for one of the upgrades too. Let's just do a quick save. Since we have some pretty good progress. There's a pot here too, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just peek at this so that we get the XP from visiting this location. Do we have room? Not really. I could eat the cheese though. We need to get it out of my inventory. For ensuring that it doesn't spoil. I don't really need to carry this many buckets, but we're not too far away from town. Hopefully we don't find anything valuable on the way back. Okay, we get the free 57 XP for doing that. We don't see any additional locations we can get free XP for. So we're gonna have to get into probably like roughly 4 to 5 fights, unless we can spot. Well, we're gonna get XP for that probably, but not immediately because we're gonna go back to town. Turn in this quest. And then we're going to go back to exploring the map a bit because I don't like popping into the first dungeon until around level 3. Unless I get lucky with finding a abandoned camp and opening a chest and getting a good early game item that can like really boost your combat potential. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with this character. Though mages are generally, or like the caster builds are generally pretty strong in the early game. Just because enemies don't resist the elemental damage as easily, and the damage output on the magic is pretty decent in the early game. Okay. Let's store some of this stuff so I don't lug it around. I'll get rid of these buckets for now. And the rope. The hemp can go in here, which we'll probably turn into rope at some point. So can the hay. And the nails. And this bell can also go in here. Probably even the oil as well. Though I might want to sell that just to get some early game money. Let's organize this like this. I need to sell the map. Okay. It's weird that I haven't found a leek to partner with these lentils. Alright, let's drink some water, collect some water. We got the vendors already out, so it's probably right around 6 or 7 in the morning. Let's get some repairs on that for now. Looks like I got a little bit of damage on my bracers. And I got a decent amount on my helm, and that makes sense considering how much head damage I took in that combat. Alright, let's sell the map to you, even though it doesn't give you much gold, but hey, every little bit of gold in the early game is very helpful. Okay, we're gonna definitely want to get a healing cell, but it's cheaper to buy that from the medical guy. I don't have anything else to sell. Let's go talk to the guy to hand in this quest. Sup? Got your thingy. Yep. That was liquor and some money. Okay. Let's see if this guy's goods have changed, which I doubt, but it's worth having a look-see. I don't remember him having this, so it looks like he still has some of the stuff that we looked at earlier, so he just got a extended inventory. How do you check? Yeah, rep. No, that shouldn't have unlocked anything yet. I haven't got wide selection. Weird. Maybe I just didn't notice that. Okay. No, no, no. Need to repair my equipment. There we go. Okay. So we need to keep our eyes open for some of the early game swords to hand in for the quest for the blacksmith. And I'm gonna just sell this liquor. Then we're also gonna get that early game quest for the mill complete. I might as well grab some food here. Just to sate my hunger. Diet morale. That is a new stat. Diet morale. Let's have a look-see. Do we have some new statistics? Doesn't look like we have anything here. Okay, it's a new stat, but it's not one that's recorded. Diet. Morale. Wonder what that does. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to experiment and see what it does. Oh, okay. It's just a rewording, because situational sanity and diet morale. It used to just be bonus to morale and sanity. Okay, he just changed the naming on it. Okay, that makes sense. I guess people just didn't like the semantics of it. Okay. What's cheaper? The lentil soup's cheaper. And that way I can get a bowl. So I can make my own food. Okay. I guess we'll hold on to the bowl for now. We need to grab... We need to grab some medical supplies. Because I don't like leaving town without 4 healing cells. I always like having like 1 or 2 bandages on me. That would be useful to grab. I have not yet experimented with doing this, but if I recall, the effect is usually a little bit more detrimental than it actually helps, kind of like with a lot of the medical supply things. There's usually a pretty potent kickback on some of the drugs that help with intoxication and pain and such. I could get a splint. I'm wondering, do I have the recipe to make splint if I can get the rope for it? If I go to the table. Yes, I do. Okay. Stick, rag, bandage, or rope. So, I think we grab the early rope recipe. We don't have the caravan yet, so we don't have easy access to that crafting table. But, whoops. But before I forget, I might as well. Can I sell this to the other guy, or is this just going to be one of the things where I grab it, read it, and throw it on the ground? I can sell it for 2 gold. A little bit of return on the costs. Okay. We're gonna go up, deal with this mill task. We can grab some sticks and hemp. Well, I'm gonna have to find a crafting table or come back to town, but we got the hemp at least. We can grab some sticks on the way back if we feel like it. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna mark this on the map. We'll put drumstick. Because these are the honeycomb bee thingies. I've had this spawn on this exact tile before. Which is nice. Which means every time I come back to this town I can collect honey. But you don't get the honey recipes until you get to the capital city down here, like the trading hub city. I forget the name at the moment. Is it in the book? Denbury? No, Bran. That's the town. Okay. Now, you could find the key early, and it's usually sitting along the fence line. The very first time that I played it, when they had this quest in, it was right here. And I was... oh, there's the key. I was really, like, confused because it was a brand new quest to the game. I could gather the straw now, but I don't really have room for it back in the... I found the key. Oops. Didn't mean to pick that up. Okay. This is a definitely good recipe to pick up early. Besides the large meat requirement. Especially since we're not hunters. But I'm wondering, with the Arcanist power, I might be able to actually do some hunting. Because the problem with using fire... well, I don't know if you call it a problem. You cook the meat if they're on fire when you kill them. But that isn't necessarily a problem. Hey, this is some free food and a bread roll. I don't know if that's guaranteed to be there, but a bread roll's actually decent early game pickup, actually. Unless... I don't know if that's the selling price. I think that might just be the worth price. An early game 70 gold isn't anything to scoff at if that's something I can actually sell it for. Okay, we're gonna want to check out that question mark, but I don't want to die and have our save progress go all the way back to, you know, a day ago over here, so we'll just do a quick save here. Because there is a pretty good chance that we could die if it's a bandit camp and things go terribly. Considering that, you know, I almost died doing the bandit encounter on the road. Okay, how close are we to the next level? About half. Okay. Okay, well, we do have the second weapon slot. I can just stick the shovel on that. I'm pretty sure if you dig up graves, though, you lower your sanity. Which might not... Ooh. But it's not. I don't know if it's better than this. Would be so much better if we were on almost every other character, but maybe I could sell it for. But I also have to I have to identify it, so we're gonna need to scroll. I don't know if I'm gonna make the cost back on that, especially since it's doesn't look heavily damaged. It was a decent find. It would be such a decent find if it was on like almost any other character, except for maybe the night chick. Well, even her, it'd be decent because her. Okay, we have one sword bandit, which is good because there's a chance he'll drop a sword, which we need to get the quest complete. Okay, we're gonna break line of sight so that the archer doesn't get the bonus for charging up his weapon. I'm gonna move forward. Oh, he moved back. Okay, we're gonna do this. Gonna teleport you. Now. Let's teleport me and him. Okay, he's running away, I think. Yeah. Let's do that so he doesn't get very far. This spell actually might be... It's not... Doesn't have a lot of range, does it? Oh, you can activate it early. That's cool. I'm gonna take some damage. Oh, he missed. Good. There we go. Okay, we got a sword. Nice. Don't know if we got one from the... Yeah, okay, we got another sword. Okay, cool. 2 of the swords we require. Got a bit of damage on us. Let's do a little bit of prep work while we still have broken line of sight on the archer. Okay. Okay, perfect. Get the cleaver and this cleaver. Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, let's eat the carrot and the beets. Don't really want to do that because it's more efficient to cook the food. Oh, we could have cooked the food here. Is there a water source? No, I guess we're gonna just use what we got. Let's make some lentil. Should have just made... Oh. I hate that you can do that. We just wasted food. Whatever happens, I guess. Grab another bowl. That's early game item we can sell. That is annoying. Okay, we don't need this key anymore. I would love to make room for this. Should definitely pick my water back up. I hate that emptying out is a feature. I know that you need it just in case, you know, there's like spoiled food inside of the pot, but, I don't know, I just wish it wasn't so easy to accidentally click on it. Okay. Like, I wish there was another prompt that was like, are you sure you want to do that? Okay. This wire... it's worth a little bit more than the bottles. Bottles make slightly more useful items, though. Really wish I could fit this in. Okay. We could come back for it, maybe. Okay, let's drink, get our thirst down. I think if we can find one more question mark. Oh, there's that bandit. Is this the one that teleports back? Yeah. I didn't see that there was another bandit. Oops. He's gonna step into my range if I try to do that. Okay, perfect. That gets the cleavers we need. And you know what? We don't have a whole lot of room in the inventory. So let's just do this to get the free save. We'll just... we'll kind of passively heal on the way back. I would love to get my additional level by hitting these two places, but I don't have any room. I want to grab that wolf's pelt anyways. So let's just go back to town. Hopefully we can get there before the shopkeepers close up shop for the day. So I can hand these cleavers into the blacksmith. There's 2 leeks I can grab on the way back, possibly. And there's another grave. I guess we could mark that. Oh, can you not have... okay, there we go. Normally I don't mark graves because I don't plan on going and digging them up, but we got an early game shovel, so... Mine as well. Especially since our mind faculties aren't doing too bad, but that pain that we've been holding for a while has been kind of draining our mental state. Looks like it's too late. I guess we're gonna have to use the inn. Okay. Let's save for the night. I'm gonna grab some more food, so I might as well sell those now. We're gonna see if we can sell this bedroll. Is there anything in here that we can dump in? No. Yeah, let's go till 6. Okay. That's expensive. Let's just do another lentil soup for now. Make up for that mistake of accidentally dumping the food that we were gonna make. Okay. Okay, I still only have exactly the 3 swords. Okay. Do you have any work for me? Deal. Finish the task for you. Thanks. Okay, have I gotten enough reputation to unlock the next thing yet? No, I have not. Okay. 20 gold. Well, let's get rid of this and this. It's a shame that that's roughly the same price as this, and it takes up so much more space. Okay, how much is a identification scroll? 11 gold? Okay, that might be worth checking. Let's see here. Probably not worth checking. Hey, let's see if we can make back at least the 11 gold worth of money that we spent on the scroll. That might just have been a net loss there. Yeah, it's gonna be a net loss. Too bad. And let's repair that up. We're going to check if the hunter is in town. Because if the hunter is in town, I believe that he buys bedrolls. He's not in town. Okay. Guess we're just going to sell the bedroll to this guy. Unless we want to hang on to the bedroll. Which is a possibility. Might be worth doing that. Especially for this early game. Having an early game bedroll is not too terrible. Just for a quick save in front of a dungeon, so I don't have to, especially if I want to get to this dungeon, even though it's not one that I specifically have to do immediately until I get the caravan, but, you know, might just be worth holding on to. There we go. Perfect. And we can make some rope while we're here. I'd love to grab another hemp real quick just to make it so we can make 2 ropes. And also to pick up some sticks. So I don't have to backtrack a bunch. I wonder if they have a I don't think they do. There's some lentils. Might as well collect all the free food we can. Leek. Just need one more hemp. And some sticks. Oh, early game dogs. Okay, hurt my leg a little bit, but okay, there's the hemp that we need. At least that's a little bit I got XP for that, right? Let's check the what is it, the log. Game log. Yeah. Heavy for the early game, 17 XP. I should have went this way. Way quicker hemp there. Okay. Let's just create a path to the thing so I can just sit back for a moment. Okay. What we got here? We're gonna make some rope. And then we're gonna make some... Oops. Oh, guess you had to take it out. I make some splints with the rope. There we go. We can make a lentil soup. While we're here in town. Alright, make sure to merge. And I'll just collect some water from the well to fill it back up and leave the water in the pot. Okay. 100 XP away from another level. That's good, that's good. How far are we away from a new spell, though? Decent amount away, far away. Yeah, we might want to wait. Well, when a wormhole expires or is removed after being applied to the character, replenish 33% health and energy lost over the course of the effect. Is that to myself? I guess. When a wormhole expires or is removed after being applied to the enemy. Okay, you might gain the health back, but you probably still keep from the original effect that I was reading. You might get your health and energy back, but you probably keep the body part damage. So that isn't great. But the energy regeneration isn't terrible. When a wormhole expires or is removed after being applied to an enemy, deal additional arcane damage equal to 33% of the damage they received over the course of the effect. Maybe the arcane tree is more of a supplement of other spells. I'm kind of wanting to do a pure arcane build, but because I've already, you know, on stream done a pyro electromancy build with that nobleman character. But I'm thinking you're kind of wanting to go blaster caster and then use arcane to kind of supplement it. I mean, it'll be a little bit different than what I did because I was doing like a light build with a sword and shield. Okay, let's go dig up this grave while we're here and be a little bit of grave robbers, especially since our morale and sanity have kind of recovered themselves due to our vigor and optimism, I suppose. Where's this grave hanging out at? I'm pretty sure it was around here somewhere. Where am I? It was on this tile, right? I am confused here. Maybe it was on the next tile over? And I accidentally just clicked it on this tile. Maybe that's why I removed the food by accident, because it was within the same framework of where I placed the drumstick. No. Weird. Okay. Did I somehow just... I must have been like standing on top of it or something. And I just didn't see it. Because I can't quite remember exactly where I saw it. That's why I marked it. Maybe it wasn't actually on this tile. Okay. Odd. Oh, okay. It was here. Oops. Well, that's definitely not worth it. And we lost a little bit of sanity. Wee bit of sanity. Okay. Hopefully the pelt is still on the ground. Because that will be a decent chunk of money. Okay, it is good, good. We'll do the quick save here. Just giving a sec for the drop frames to stop dropping in my OBS. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna want to hit up. How close are we? Probably we'll get the level off of exploring these two places. So we'll head up here. Might. Yeah, that's the fort in the outskirts. I don't know if you have to go directly to the innkeeper for the first quest, because it's technically a part of the chain to progress the main storyline. So I don't know if you have to directly talk to the mayor of the town, or if you can just pick up the quest here. Yeah, it looks like you actually have to pick it up from the mayor. Wait, how close are we? Well, that's fine, because when we explore there's going to be 2 bandits outside, and that will give us, even if we don't get enough XP from the exploration, we'll get enough XP from the fight to get us the level. Okay, we can also check this out. Hopefully this is just a bandit camp and not a animal location, or possibly maybe those hubs that didn't really do anything in the last patch, or at least from what I could find, like the mines and stuff are now accessible. Okay, bear. There's a good chance if we've seen a bear spawn that this might be a bear den. Because usually if it's a den on the map... Did I just see something? Was that a troll? Whoops. Didn't mean to click there. Oh, it's a deer. Never mind. Okay. Is it a bear den? Or did I just randomly find a bear? Oh. We got a swarm. So that's either a swarm location or it's a bandit camp with a swarm nest in it. And I don't think that that's the case. So yeah, it's a swarm's nest. Well, we got the level off of it. Stick another point in willpower. Hold on to our talents at the moment. Or we could maybe go into magic mastery. Yeah, I haven't checked this out with the new Arcanist thing at the bottom. So this thing just adds +1 damage to arcane strikes. That's what it did before. +1 bonus range. That could potentially be good. And the magic power. Yada yada. Using a spell transforms the affected seal to the corresponding school and prolongs the duration. So, we're looking at the Arcanist thing down at the bottom. Arcanist, +15% Arcanist power, +3 arcane damage to strikes and shots, and +7 ability energy cost. Well, the strikes and shots are not going to be useful to us, but the 15% arcane power will be, and the abilities energy cost will be. So let's. Thing is, this thing, does this thing cost? Yeah, it costs mana or energy. Sorry. I think we have access to the energy. Let's grab that just to give us a little boost for prolonged fights. Like potentially this. But I don't think this... Yeah, okay, there's two of them. Let's do this. This gives us the bonus range as well. Let's do a little swippity swamp. We'll put that on you. Okay, you're confused. That was the first time we got to see a guy pop back onto another guy because he was standing on the location of the wormhole, and he got the stun and he took a bunch of damage, right? And he got some body part damage. Nice. Did this guy take some damage? I think he only took damage from the initial spell I casted on him. Okay. Well, and the bear's here. Let's lure them away. I don't want the bear coming in and causing me problems. Oh, and he is. Okay, where's this bear at? Don't want to accidentally run into it on the way down. Sucks because I just lost XP there and potentially an item or something could have dropped off of him, but whatever. We'll deal with the loss. At least we didn't take a whole lot of damage in that fight. Okay, let's eat the lentil soup. And then we will hit up. This on the way back to town. We're definitely gonna eventually want another damaging spell. I'm gonna have to take a quick gander before I log off at the tree again, just to see what we have to look forward to. At least these guys only have maces, which I find are the least threatening of the early game weapons, at least. Okay, that's an early pot. Let's take the nails. Neither of those are that important. Let's grab the bowl. There's another pot that's sitting here. And there's an onion. Okay. Start heading back towards the town. Probably will stop by here and just save it that if the door's still unlocked at the little rack shack that we opened up for the quest. Ooh, do we risk it? I think we do. Let's go see what's over here. I think we're plenty healthy at the moment anyways. And as long as I'm keeping my fatigue down, we're good. Doesn't seem, especially since we're not casting a lot, it doesn't seem like arcane wins you as much as some of the other elements do. Okay, we got an archer, so we have to be a little bit careful. Let's get behind these buildings here. Just to ensure that the archers don't cause me any large problems. Okay, we're gonna do a little switcheroo. Oh, I wish I had the... Well, it might not have been that useful on my switchblade build anyways. But possibly. Okay. Let's patch ourselves up a little bit. Move out of the way so he doesn't do a aimed shot on us. Alright, let's power up. Okay. There we are. Grab some lentils. Alright, we got a crown over here. And we got water here too, so we can do some cooking. And a pot already there. Let's pour that in. Do we have... We got the day teller stew, but we don't have meat for this. Garlic. Mushroom salad. I'm missing a mushroom. Do we have one chilling around somewhere? Nope. Those are decent things to grab, though. Let's just do a quick save. Open this up. More potatoes. Definitely want to grab the antlers. So let's just eat one of these. I don't need this on me. Okay. Let's get out of here before I make any bad moves. Head back to town real quick. Okay. We can make some lentil soup. Oh, we got a single, oh, 2 dogs, there we go. Wonder if I'm standing on it, it will have a chance to stun. Yes, it does. Okay, there's the combo. Perfect. You know what? That's actually a pretty good combo for the Spellblade. Kinda wish I'd waited to try that build out until I got, till we got the Arcanist tree. But we can always do it again at some point. I thought it was pretty fun. There were some frustrating moments during that run where I just felt kind of squishy. But I think I spec'd wrong. I think there was definitely a ordering issue in how I picked up my talents. Because I think I might have tried to go defensively too soon or too late. Or I might have not needed to go defensively at all and just kind of just had the shield as a thing. Hey. Okay. Perfect. Could have been a bit more. You know, Arcane matches pretty decently with Electromancy because of all of the push spells. Probably displace people onto your teleportation circles a lot easier with that combination. Ah, he's finally in town. Maybe I might consider selling the bedroll to him. And he's got a decent amount of money. That is good. I know he sells, or you can sell him the deer antlers for a decent amount. How much is the general market guy buy it for? Roughly the same price. Let's see if we can get a good deal on the now you need spools of thread for the caravan upgrade. You can sell the pelts to this guy for a bit more. We could grab the knapsack. So the cloak gives you fatigue resist, which is nice. I might as well grab the belt. I don't have one. Getting the little bit of backfire chance isn't terrible. Should I sell this just for some early game money? I don't think so. I think we're gonna hold on to that. The big thing is I don't have a lot of space left in the chest inside of the tavern. And I believe in one of my playthroughs it doesn't seem that the way I used to do things works anymore, where I store items in here I don't think it keeps them safe anymore from what I saw. But I could have just been mistaken. Okay, let's swap. How do I do this? I'm gonna move the pot over. There we go. Let's swap these out and see how much we can sell this for. He doesn't buy it for more. Okay. Well, since it is so cheap anyways, we'll just stick it in here. See if my my idea on how that works is correct. Okay, let's do the lentils. Potatoes last a decent amount of time in the bag. So do onions. Can I do it the other way just in case? Let's check. Can I do this and can I go? No. Just have to be precise and not accidentally discard that. And let's eat. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it for the night. I just popped on to do a quick stream to check this arcane stuff out. May continue with the playthrough. Just to get deeper into the arcane tree and then maybe see if there's anything in the early game that has been added. I'm assuming that this patch has just added a couple more mid to late game stuff, but could be pleasantly surprised that there's some decent, cool new early game stuff. So, for anyone who checks out the video all the way to the end, thank you. Have a good day.